Vocal pushback from people in a Clayton County community is being credited for stopping plans to build a data center. The Lovejoy City Council held a special meeting Thursday about the withdrawal of a data center facility on Panhandle Road. The council says developers will build a residential community instead. Lovejoy's mayor says the council will look at updating zoning so data centers will not be allowed to be built.
We don't need something like that within our community right here. Yeah, it's come across as a very negative thing. I think many people are against it, and I'm one of those people as well.
We're not against data centers. We're against data centers in our communities. That's not what we came here for.
The process to update zoning will start now and will be in front of the city council next month. Clayton County has a moratorium on data center applications through the end of the year. Fulton County commissioners are trying to stop data centers by taking away incentives. This past week, they approved a resolution opposing tax breaks. Commissioners argue companies will build in Georgia anyway without that extra motivation. The resolution asks development authorities to stop the incentives but does not require it. It seems most people in the country are not supportive of data centers. A Gallup survey finds 71% oppose building them because of energy use and community impact concerns.